What's going on, people of the internet? My name is Ryan Wolfgang, and I've got some thoughts on the new Halloween film, Halloween Ends. Um, yeah, I've got some stuff to say about this movie. I I did not like it. Okay, it was. I'm gonna tell you already. It's a 3 out of 5 for me, 2 out of 5. But um, like I wanted to make this a longer video because I wanted to um talk to you about my thoughts on the film and what it could what could have been done better. Okay, so let me give you a little history with my background on the Halloween franchise and where I stand on things. The first one from 1978 9, love it. Um, I haven't seen all the sequels because they don't exist canonically, apart from this trilogy we're about to talk about in this video. I'm gonna be sprinkling a lot of Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills all in this video, guys. I'm sorry if my brain is all over the place. I should have written a script. And just to let you guys know, this video is gonna get a lot spoilery because I don't want you to go waste your money on this film. Watch it at home on Peacock. If you have Peacock, watch it at home. Or home viewers without Peacock, wait for Blu-ray. Okay. Again, there will be spoilers ahead, so click away now if you don't want to know what happens in Halloween Ends. 3, 2, 1. Okay, we'll go into spoilers now. So, Halloween 2018, I also loved it. Halloween Kills got a little worse, but it was still good. And now to Halloween Ends, which is what we're here to talk about today. Now, as I've said in the beginning of the video, I did not like this movie, but I respect it, and I will tell you why. Okay, there are basically two decent to good movies in this movie. One is a really great Halloween Ends, where you have the focus being on Laurie and Michael Myers. And that's where I think this movie should have focused on the two main characters of the franchise. I mean, they added another character called Corey, basically, and this Corey character basically accidentally kills a kid that he's babysitting. Basically, so there's an incident that happened in the beginning of the film where a kid dies. So he's blamed for that because he was watching him at the time, he was babysitting him at the time, and that shouldn't have happened, yes, but it wasn't like he was, a bad kid in the beginning. But we'll get into more of that later. I just think that they should have focused on the two main characters of Michael and Laurie. Because that's what the Halloween franchise is all about. And it was a pretty dumb mistake for them to shift focus now. Like, what were you gonna do with that with that other character. We're gonna do it in a second, but yeah. Basically, that's the beginning of the film. And then there's a previously on Halloween, including the 1971, but it's a bunch of the 1971 and the David Gordon Green trilogy mixed in there. And Laurie's giving a narration about, what happened in the last movie and blah blah blah. And Michael Myers seems to be gone, right? But he's not gone. And we'll get into that later, but, yeah. So, in the beginning of this film, there's a kid, he's down on his luck, and he accidentally kills a person he's babysitting. So that was basically what threw me off about this movie. I was like, you're not supposed to be focusing on new characters this late in the game. Alright? It's really late in the game for the Halloween franchise. It's really late in the game. You shouldn't be introducing new main characters to the franchise. Alright, that's what I feel about the beginning of the film. Anyway, so how I would fix that would be cutting out Corey entirely from the supposed film that I'm talking about. This is gonna be like how I would fix Halloween Ends also. How I would probably fan edit this if I ever get a copy of it and a computer can burn movies onto the computer itself. But anyway, yeah, I would cut out Corey entirely from this film, but we're going to revisit that later. So just have like all the scenes with Michael and Laurie in one movie, or like add some more Michael scenes so that it's coherent. Because Michael is only in like 45 minutes of the film. He shows up like 57 minutes into this film. So yeah, I would cut Corey out entirely and leave the storyline for in another movie, which I'm getting into right now, which is have a spin-off of Halloween if you had to do it, where earlier in the film Michael and Corey meet, or maybe later on in the film. Let's say later on in the film. So basically move the climax of this film to the beginning of this film, and then leave all the Corey stuff for the middle half and the end of the film. Yeah, but I don't know how that would work, cause like coherency and all. Like, we gotta make it into a good movie, but yeah, basically, again, Corey like meets Laurie Strode, and he's being picked on by some bullies, and then Laurie Strode comes and saves Corey and introduces him to her daughter, which such a whole, relationship subplot, which again I don't think needs to be in this film, but leave that for the spin-off film that I'm going to talk about at the end, probably, in this video. So basically, Corey, is sick of being ridiculed by the town of Haddonfield, Illinois. So he, or there's another scene where the bullies pick on him again, and one of the bullies throws him off a bridge, and under this bridge, Corey finds a cave where Michael Myers happens to be. Michael Myers has been living in this cave since Halloween Kills. Supposedly. And he's just hanging out there, you know? He's just not being Michael Myers at all. On 4 days before Halloween, no Michael Myers at all. Like, like, come on, dude. Like, it's Halloween. It's a Halloween movie. We come to see Michael Myers killing people. And that's what I think that I'm going to do with my re-edit of this film. Is I am going to cut Corey out entirely. There's some scenes where Corey dresses up as Michael Myers, and I'm going to re-edit those to somehow make it look like that it's Michael Myers killing people, because that would make a more interesting film with more interesting kills. Like, the latter half of this movie, when Michael Myers is unconscious because Corey makes him unconscious, and then he takes his clothes and starts perusing around as Michael Myers, killing those people that did him wrong and did Laurie's daughter wrong. Which, okay, that's cool, but why does it have to be Corey? Why can't we have Michael Myers do this? So that there's a reason for Laurie Strode and him to fight at the end. You know? There's gotta be a reason for the fight in the first place. So why not re-edit those scenes to say that Michael Myers found his mask somewhere. He got up from the cave, he found his mask somewhere along the way and started killing people. And then Laurie Strode's like, oh, we gotta fight back against Michael and it would be a better movie that way. I'm not saying that this new character Corey is irrelevant, but I'm kind of saying that for this first film that I have in my mind. I have in my mind a film where it's Laurie's struggle trying to get over Michael Myers, and then Michael Myers is back. And he's killing people and he's doing a Michael Myers thing. And then they fight at the end. And much like in the original movie we got, Laurie wins. The whole town of Haddonfield wins. And then we get resolution for 40 years of Halloween movies. But at the end of it, or close to the end of it, introduce back Corey again into this fictional fan edit of this movie that I have in my head. Introduce back the Corey character. So we see him at the beginning, foreshadowing, and we see him at the end. And then right before Michael Myers dies at the end, because spoiler alert, he does die at the end. Michael Myers dies at the end, and there's of Halloween ends, and there's a definitive ending. He's dead. No more Halloween movies. But what if there was one more Halloween movie, and it was a spin-off of Halloween, where Michael Myers transfixes his essence into this Corey character, and then we can reutilize the Corey scenes in this new four spin-off movie in my mind. Now, wouldn't that be better than what we got? If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, then either watch the movie on Peacock, or when it comes to digital, you need to rent this movie and see what I'm talking about. Again, I wouldn't recommend you watch this movie, but think about, like, I'm just sharing with you what I was thinking as I was watching this movie, where half of it is the town of Haddonfield talking, and then Corey going around being like, ooh, I've been controlled by Michael Myers, ooh. I mean, why not have Michael Myers do that himself for this last movie, and then make a spin-off movie with this other character, re-adding those scenes back in to a movie that can, okay, just give me a spin-off. It doesn't have to be one of the main franchises of Halloween, but it would still be a good movie. I mean, it would be decent horror movie that's a spin-off of Halloween, closing out the trilogy, or the fourth, the quadrilogy as we know it, or as my brain is thinking of this. So that's what I have to offer. Now let's talk about what we actually got. So I gotta clear up some things. Earlier when I said Laurie's daughter, I meant Laurie's granddaughter. This Corey kid falls in love with Laurie's granddaughter, and the whole movie is basically about their relationship and Laurie's relationship with the sheriff from the town from the last movie that was in the hospital with Laurie Strode in the last film. Spoilers for Halloween Kills, by the way. Laurie goes to the hospital. Evil dies tonight, you know, all that crap. But all I'm saying is that if, like, they would have thought about the editing more, this would have been a better movie. Or if they made a better movie, maybe one that, like, starts off where Halloween Kills left off, and don't go to this other character that we don't care about. That's what I thought about in my fan edit that I just shared with you in the last clip. Sorry, my thoughts were all jumbled, by the way. When I was talking about, you know, the people of Haddonfield just talking, and Corey being controlled by Michael Myers, I meant that as that's what actually happened in the movie, not my supposed vision for my fan edit of this movie. I'll probably make it. I'll probably make the fan edit when it comes out on Blu-ray. just thought I'd share it with you now. I'm not gonna. Um, I don't feel comfortable sharing it like with with you guys unless you want that. I'll maybe put it in a Google Drive and Discord, but I don't know. Anyway, hi, I'm back. I'm making more videos. Sorry, I haven't been making videos. I've just been not feeling the best. And I wanted to come on here just to talk about this movie because imagine me sitting in bed at 4 a.m. watching this, trying to think about the movie and not trying to rip it apart. Because initially, when I went into this morning, I wanted to rip it apart, but halfway through the movie, I was thinking about, how could I make this better? But anyway, I've been Ryan Wolfgang. This has been a review for Halloween Ends, and I will see you on the next video, whatever it is that I make. Bye, guys.